Hello and welcome back to Adventure. We are about to get into Pokemon Another Beginning Awoken adventure with me going to go to the next person. But first, we're still doing Pokemon summary catch up, which all activity that's been going on while we have been doing activity. It says, keynote. While the professor scientists have came up with the terrain world environments, like we know so far in the beginning of the story, and all the Team Rocket scientists have came up with and choose the Vita world. Now, as it is, the Vita world is the video game world of the Pokemon world. They also have help from gamers at the Orange Islands to build handheld devices called the XD Held. It controls and warps people and Pokemon if they're in the area range. Also, it can also trance and holographic buildings for defense. Giovanni A. Just one second. Giovanni A came with a number of people when Space has came to warp Ash. If you don't know, Space, when Kaizekre invaded the space realm, didn't really know what to do but to go to Ash for help. Seeing that Ash has saved and resolved the fight with time in the movie The Rise of Darkrai, Space leans to go to Ash for help again. So Space has traveled to the space universe of Pokemon Realm, which is the actual Pokemon world, and now is warping Ash. He happened to be with Team Rocket, the Team Rocket trio, and his sons. Oh my goodness. Giovanni A. happened to be with the Team Rocket trio in his son Silver original. They, the Team Rocket trio, actually convince him to catch Pikachu. And when they find Ash, Space does too. Now, Giovanni isn't interested in Palkia as much as Mewtwo, but he wants to capture Space for leverage with Team Galactic, to follow Team Rainbow Rocket's agenda. Sorry about that. Team Rocket's to follow Team Rocket's agenda. But before the rest of the team could arrive, as Giovanni calls his team in for backup, space traps and warps them, just like Alamos. And that is where space remembers Ash, and also in another time, space remembers Ash saving the day again. Space doesn't have that much time and is trying to join the fight with Kazekre. And brace. So space drops Ash. Giovanni A and the Team Rocket trio with Silver and Sinnoh in the Antimatter universe. The Pokemon Graveyard World. There are also a few trainers, occupists that do join also, Ash and his friends, but they don't notice Team Rocket at all while they space travel, as time helps space travel them to Sinnoh. At secondary speed travel, Brace and Sime are chasing Kazekre. When time and space combine, instead of clashing during this time, they're not fighting each other also. So when they do secondary space travel, when they attack secondary space travel ceases. Then that's when their dimensions clash. When they attack each other. They're still young at learning this. Key note. When we do capture legendaries, we do use Ranger Spray. It's a new, and by mixing berries, they sell like perimeter balls, but you have to buy, like if you buy 10 Pokeballs, you get a premier ball. Well, if you buy 20 Pokeballs, Master Balls, Great Balls, any balls. I'm just saying all of them. If there were, you can glitch. Lightning Pokeballs, Master Balls, you can buy the Ranger Spray. Master Balls already have Ranger Spray included, but most are fairly powerful. I don't know why I keep doing that. On the balls. And they're not just used for legendaries. Okay, that's part 43's description. During the drop-off, Ash his mom and Giovanni, they realize where they are. And they try to make their way to Pallet Town. During this time, it's the beginning of our adventure. This includes when Ash's mom moves to Pallet Town. Please bear as we will get to adventure. Ash's mom moves to Pallet Town, but they arrive when we're in Vermillion City, and Team Rocket's arrival is before they arrive. When we're on our trial to Mount Moon leaving Pewter City, we go back and forth. During that time, Giovanni A and Giovanni B meet and plan their objective first of capturing Mewtwo. Giovanni A is confused why his transmitter walkie isn't working to call base and to get picked up. The Team Rocket trio is happy because they get to spend more time with the boss during Team Rocket's travels back to Kanto, as they find out that they're in Sinnoh, I believe. Giovanni runs into Grunts in the Johto. They suggest that isn't he supposed to be at Vermillion City, at Kanto's gym, being a peaceful gym leader. This makes Giovanni A smile. So this is a fast forward. As it is, Team Rocket and Giovanni and, Team Rocket, they are in Sinnoh. They end up stealing a vehicle and traveling to Kanto. During this, though, they arrive at Johto from where they were traveling. Giovanni A makes that plan first to not get suspected in Kanto. Right when they're about to arrive at Mount Silver, he runs into Grunts. Or it may be a different location. You'll have to find out. But anyway, he meets the Johto Grunts. And it's Giovanni A. They think that he's Giovanni B, the peaceful Giovanni. And they suggest that he supposed to be at Vermillion City's Kanto Gym, being a peaceful gym leader. This makes Giovanni A smile and laugh, and he says, "Take me there." And Meowth says, "There's another you, boss?" And Jesse and James cover Meowth's mouth. And the grunts say, Admin Jessica and Jay, cool news on your talking Meowth. And him saying administer the grunt to the Team Rocket trio surprises Jesse and James. Meanwhile, in Kanto, the Team Rocket warehouse is almost empty to Giovanni B's peaceful truce with the international police. Okay? We're at part 44. We are just going to part 50. If you can bear with me throughout the beginning. If you can't withstand Pokemon summary, you can skip and fast forward to video of adventure. As it turns out, as soon as we arrive at Pewter City, Giovanni A meets Giovanni B at the Pokémon Gym. And the grunts are surprised, including the tamers too, that are there. There are two of them, as they say. On the way towards Kanto, we're going back before Giovanni A gets to the gym. On their way towards Kanto, before they arrived, the grunts were arguing because the Johto and Kanto grunts, because the Kanto grunts did not believe the Johto grunts, since the ones at the gym already know that Giovanni A is at the gym. Low grunts usually stay out of the gym because of strong trainers, but a few of Giovanni B's trusting grunts were with him, observing gym battles. And they were going to test and see if it would be okay if Team Rocket officials were judges. We don't find out this news until later, because it could bring trouble to Team Rocket. That grunts stay out of the Pokemon gyms. They keep it on a low profile. Like they aren't caring, but Giovanni B is peaceful, so they obey orders. But back to what's going on. The Kanto grunts tell Giovanni B that the Johto grunts may be coming to try to do a takeover, because the boss isn't deciding to act on XD001, being Shadow Lugia, who is regular Lugia at the moment. The grunts of Johto are mad because Giovanni B worships Ho-Oh more and is focused on Ho-Oh. They want to agree to take Lugia first. But as it turns out to be, and I'll just say this and not note it down. As it turned out to be, Giovanni B attempted to take over Johto, but Team Rocket went on strike against each other because they wanted to. So half wanted to do nighttime patrols and go after Lugia, and half wanted to go after Ho-Oh in the day. And follow Giovanni B's wishes. The uproar had disappointed Giovanni B, and he has decided to step down from being a Team Rocket leader to teach a lesson to his grunts in the organization. As it ends up being, he leaves Jesse who is Jessica, and James, who is Jay, in charge. But right now he's at the gym, so the Kanto grunts that are his loyal, trusting grunts believe the Johto grunts are coming to overthrow and take over the leader spot from Giovanni first, and then they're going after Jessica and Jay next. Being Shadow Lugia, who's regular Lugia at this moment. There are twins, but we also will talk about them. There are two young Lugia roaming in Johto, and that is the more motive that the grunts want to capture Lugias. But Giovanni B is peaceful and thinks that they should be free. He says that they should go after Ho-Oh and reign supreme. As they'll cut the cycle of daylight in the reverse world, and they will take over everything without being spotted in the entire region. Until they actually arrive near the Kanto, grunts are even shocked to see that supposed Jessica and Jay admins are with the boss. Or with the boss, the Team Rocket trio. More and more gather together as they find out that the boss wants Team Rocket running again. He even intrudes Team Rainbow Rocket to them. He introduces Jessica and Jay are at the Team Rocket warehouse. They're in charge right now, and they are cleaning and clearing out. That was part 45's description. Okay, during their moment, Giovanni A talks and convinces Giovanni B to make Team Rocket a thing again. As soon as they met at Vermillion City's gym. Of course, this is important, and Giovanni B has the doors locked. He already had the doors locked because he was deciding on if he should do the 8th gym, but he was still in debate. So the gyms were locked. He had to keep going back to the warehouse, and the gym was locked. Because Giovanni B admires Giovanni A, He begins to admire him. He admires himself, but realizes that he's his own boss at the end, as him and Giovanni A campaign Team Rocket separate duo. Giovanni A does Soul Silver while Giovanni B does Heart Gold. Okay, so as it is, Giovanni A does Soul Silver while Giovanni B does Heart Gold. But as the situation was before, the grunts get to choose how they want to join together. First, the main Team Rocket is the grunts that will go after rare and ancient Pokemon called dwelling Pokemon. They're called dwelling Pokemon in the Antimatter universe. There is a distraction for the real objective. They're the distraction for the real objective, which is by Team Rainbow Rocket to take over the multiverses. During the moment that are reaching regions, the grunts can choose whether to be good grunts or evil by being Team Rocket's soul. Following Giovanni A warships or being Team Rocket Heart. Following Giovanni B warships. Team Rocket Heart warships Ho-Oh in the good cycles of day. Also, as Team Rocket Soul worships Lugia in the bad cycles of night. And this is the flashback that was before Mirror B came and involved himself. Okay, so this is before Mirror B. In Johto, a team of scientists have constructed a virtual simulation pad and watches that will have people travel to the video game world to do training simulations and come back to the Antimatter universe. But their plans are foiled as they were working on two games at the same time: Pokemon Colosseum and Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, which was named Pokemon Gale of Daylight. But Team Rocket's soul is in action. They wait till nightfall. Rob the facility, and take both games, the pad and 50 watches, to the team of scientists. Watches that the team of scientists have made in early access, JK and KJ. But Giovanni A takes Pokemon Coliseum in hopes to catch and obtain all the Pokemon to use some to try to catch Mewtwo and his clone Pokemon in the Pokemon Space Universe realm. But he can't get back into his time unless he has help of Space Origin form. But Space is in regular form right now, and there is no signs of the luminous globe, which is on Giovanni A's objective. He wants to take both games, but he lets himself Giovanni B be in charge of the Kanto's plans after he gives orders, and parts of Johto's also. There were scientists also who worked for Team Rocket that also added Team Cypher to the Vita realm. Team KJ and Team JK. It's just Team J. Team JK. During after we beat Brock and are headed to Mount Moon, Giovanni A and Giovanni B are at the Team Rocket game corner testing the games at the moment. They took over the gaming center. That's what the game corner is called. The game center in Kanto, and they bring forth Broad as they bring forth Mary B. Mary B wants freedom from the Vita world forever, and Giovanni says let's use him for Team Rainbow Rocket's plan, which is the reason of Mary B's appearance in the Antimatter universe. They travel to Hoenn to capture Pokemon, but it's too noisy here in Kanto. They've been coming here sneaking from Johto from the group with Giovanni A. But some got arrested by the Hall of Fame guards. Some were a distraction anyways. But Giovanni A instead insists that they give him Pokemon that they stole, but at the moment he wants a Psyduck and a Dratini. They steal from the game corner for him since the Dratini was stolen and was not introduced properly. It does not like Mary B, so he has other plans for it. He makes an example of Dratini and beats it up. He wants Team Rainbow Rocket to warp into the Vita world. While this is going on, Giovanni A is ordering the grunts to invade Mount Moon, Vermillion City, and Celadon at the moment. If they lose, they must retreat to the Team Rocket warehouse, where they head to while they head if they head to the Vita world. And Mary B and the scientists introduce shadow Pokemon. They first attack Dratini until it closes its heart to humans. And they make the objective to go after Lugia and Ho-Oh. That's part 48's description. Thank you for bearing. We are almost there to get to episode. They arrive at Celadon City and took over the game center. They decide to leave for Johto, but they get the news about us at Mount Moon. That's when we start beating and making them retreat. But they kept coming back to Mount Moon. Giovanni A says, hold us off. So that's why they keep returning to Mount Moon until we reach the game corner. Then he'll take us on. But he has no Pokemon. So he asked Giovanni B to take us on to get back into shape for Team Rainbow Rocket's plans. So Giovanni A wants Giovanni B to force us to get back in shape for Team Rocket. They head to Mount Silver to get Lugia. To go for the Lugias. It wasn't too long before they found a Lugia. There are two of them, but they found one by itself, but it's facing glare. If you don't know, glare had broken out of the lab in Pallet Town, including with Articuno, Glare, Articuno, and Zapdos all broke out. Facing glare, they let them fight and abuse it. While it's weak, glare flies off at the time, spooked, knowing that Team Rocket's evil. They torture and warp Lugia to the Vita world. Okay? So, key notes. Pokemon Gale of Darkness trains us to be scientists and join the professors and be prepared for evil. Like Team Rocket at the moment. Pokemon Coliseum is a moment where we play as a bandit who worked for an evil organization and learn how to survive from evil organizations. Okay, Giovanni A. Giovanni. The Giovannis had taken over the gaming corporation at the game corner. While they made a copy of the game, he has the copy until we are all defeated him, and he finally hands it over. I must battle him last during that moment. The girls show that they can hold it down during this time. There is only one copy of each game. The scientists were able to burn quotation copy. That's what I mean by the word burn. Copy the disc of Gale of Darkness, but there's no showcase of Shadow Lugia XD001 at the moment. So they only have one protocol Gale of Darkness disc that actually shows Lugia like it shows Lugia. The rest are Gale of Daylights. Because they made other copies and burned the Gale of Darkness, but it still played like Gale of Daylight. So they thought it was useless. Plus, they want to distinguish the disc. That Mirror B originally is at. The disc of Gale of Darkness, but there's no showcase of Shadow Lugia XD001 at the moment. And the intros are different. Pokemon XD of Gale of Lightness. But when we play, we got to see in live action of the SS Libra ship in the Antimatter universe that was supposed to transfer Pokemon to the HQ lab for gift distribution, but Team Cypher had achieved XD001 by the time of the moment of the ship's delivery to the Pokemon HQ lab. As it was before the game is Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And as it would have been, the game was supposed to have regular Pokemon delivered as it would have been. The game was supposed to have a regular Pokemon delivered to HQ Lab and Shadow Pokemon in simulation matches. But Team Rocket's scientists got together in secret and made a Shadow XD version. They all stayed for night shifts. Mostly all of the normal scientists would leave Johto and Kanto's facility from the fear of being robbed or that Team Rocket would overtake. But they didn't notice on fateful nights another scientist team was born. Johto Kant and Kanto Johto were the names of the facility team's activity. Of our moment, no one knows about Team Rocket's Johto JK team. Yet, Kanto Johto KJ, the day team, night team, Johto Kant, they're behind this. And they tried to capture Time while Time was spending time with us secretly in Viridian Forest. And we're back in Viridian Forest. As it is, the one copy is at Vermillion City of Gale of Darkness. During the next time, we go there after we had left. My future self knows that he's too late at stopping Kanto Johto's version of Pokemon Colosseum and Johto Kant's Gale of Darkness. I go to the Pokémon Centers and warn that the games are dangerous. My future self. But, while my past self is in adventure at Mount Moon and trying to move forward. But, some don't believe me as Team Rocket has evaded there. I see news that my past self is doing well, so I don't interfere. But I'm glad that I had help in the end. Can't spoil it. As it turns out, I asked the nurse at Cerulean and she offers me the game. I tell her that I won't be back. She says, I hope so. I feel so different that you're not with your guy and girlfriends. And I leave. How did Nurse Joy know about me and everyone? Okay, finally we're at the final description. That's when the torture continued, and they told it to be evil. Them, Lugia, Team Rocket. During the warp, since Lugia went missing, the cycle of night went from the region. Yes, Lugia XD001 controls the night cycle here in the Antimatter universe. And that has caused Spite and Might to make their appearances in the Antimatter universes. The Antimatter universe. Their preferred place is the reverse world, Spite, and the terrain world, Might. But as it is, Might is relying on our help and has noticed us. Might has retreated to the reverse world secretly when I travel coming back from the future. Now as it is, Might has the ability to create and generate terrains also. Just like Spite has the same control, but has the control to create multi-dimensions. Like the reverse world. Might has retreated to the reverse world secretly when I travel back, coming back from the future. Now, during the future and in the past, Arceus creates Might just like he created Spite, Time, and Space. He creates Might, Brace, and Sign. They're shiny forms. They get created. A balance ends up occurring as Arceus tries to figure out where he can station them. And he makes the Antimatter universe. During this moment, Spite and Might they end up meeting and such, and I already explained the beginning in the beginning of the story. I must not deter from it, but in the beginning they were fighting with each other during the creation of themselves. During the creation of them, Kazekre ends up being formed as the antimatter world is formed, which is the Pokemon graveyard. As Arceus Spade tries to bring forth Zekrom, Reshiram, and Karam, but as it ends up being, a disaster happens and the extra energy splits with the unknown. And the universe unknown. And Kazekre is born. During this moment, Spite and Might and are fighting with each other, but Kazekre catches their attention and they start fighting Kazekre instead. And now we're in the storyline of what's going on. During this moment, Giovanni A in the future is with Team Rainbow Rocket and the villains, and of course, as it goes, Spade tries to distract Giovanni and the villains, but it doesn't really work. Might has been secretly making a portal getaway to the terrain world from the antimatter universe. Might arrives on the fields during Spite, just like Spite does when the move is activated by Pokemon. But it's rare. Unless Spite calls Might. Before I make my arrival again in the Antimatter universe, as I'm getting chased by Team Rainbow Rocket, I leave Might with the professor. I leave Might with the professor because I trust him when I make my arrival. I leave Mike with the professor because I trust him. He gave me blast, and thanks to that, Bear, Blaze, Blair, Braille, Brought, Bays, and Blight. These are some of the starters I was able to achieve. Thanks to him. Alright, we are going to adventure. Alright, thank you for bearing and watching. If you had to fast forward and go ahead, that's alright also. We are about to continue and do adventure. Scoping the town. We're just looking around, but we're about to head up route. We're going to go to the next person, but before that, I get in some training. Not sure if you heard me, but before we do get to the next person, I'm doing some training. Go Clef! Double slap. Shake off that set attack. Clef missed. Don't let the sand attack take you down. Pound. Let's take it down. And sing. It's a stare down. Double slap. It took 3 hits again. I've decided to battle her with Cobra. Picnicker Isabella would like to battle. Go Cobra. Poison sting it. What accuracy. And the poison. Bite. Go for it. Uh-oh. Bite's not doing anything. Return, Cobra. Come to me. Let's go, knee. Take it down. Double kick. It hung in. Knee has grown level secretly. Wow, that IQ has grown. Let's go. Focus energy. Cobra, you're so brave. Way to step back in. But it's too dangerous, Cobra. Knee, come back. Yes. Way to use your poison point. Double kick. I was gonna send her out anyway. Way to come out, Nye. It's okay, Knee. Whirlwind is over. Double kick. What a double kick. Cobra has grew level secretly, watching both of them and sitting out with both of them. It's made him a little happy. Double kick. Scratch. Things just didn't work. And of course, the camper, he says no fear. I want to take on Knee and Nye. Camper Jeff would like to battle. Go better. It's too dangerous. Right now, they're using Pokemon Swap to battle me. Knee's Poison Point has landed. Double kick. It's a crit. Knee has grown level. She's a little happy that Bat's out. Batter that Bat. The user drops his full body on the foe and may leave the foe paralyzed. Body slam. We make her not attack with scratch. Shoot. Try your new move, Nye. Body slam. It wasn't a surprise attack because they watched her attempt it on the after the last battle. There's the Hyper Fang. Way to hang in. Double kick. Yeah, that Hyper Fang was crazy, wasn't it? Stinks, I couldn't beat your challenge. Gonna help Batter get pumped up. Nope, not even a nibble. It's a male Magikarp. Bite it. Crit. Hey, long time, have you gotten better? Alright, Bet, I'm gonna need your help. It's Bugcatcher Elijah and Butterfree. Go better! Hang in there from... Good try, Bata. Supersonic. Oh no. Battle, you can do it. No, this is my chance. This is my chance. Let's go. Go, knee. Way to avoid. I knew it was my chance. Now. Make him pay. Peck. This is the actual Pokemon graveyard realm. Knee. Ha! Butterfree's attack missed this time. We're gonna make you guys train harder. Knee, wake up! Knee's getting good at this. He's even taking a nap. Knee, now, peck. Great peck. Butterfree backed off in time and hung in. It's too dangerous to use peck again. Confused. Double kick. Everybody back up. Knee is confused. Knee! Use peck! What a peck! And he did his thing. You're too good. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you. We head up Route 5. Right, we are heading back down route. Alright, as it is, we are here at the lovely Route 6 again. But it will be Sif's turn. Alright, making a move on Route 6. This time I let Sif battle, instead of battling a wild Pokemon. There aren't many bugs out here. Takes down Beetle. The bug catcher is impressed. He says he tried again. Oh, they avoided. And they get their chance at a poison sting. That's huge. There's the poison. The bug catcher has achieved his mission if she doesn't antidote. Wow, everybody, look at that Weedle move. I say. What a crit! Gives Primo an antidote. Wow, look at Mima use Mega Punch. Oh, they're withdrawing on her. Oh, it's the low kick. She says it's a private conversation. Wow, they both landed tough hits. Forgot about quick attack. There is the water gun. Tell Spiz to dig under the ground so it doesn't get electrocuted. I think this is the first time we watched Dig. And it's a crit. Wow, Spiz. Well, Spiz. Oh, I hate losing. Who knows how she'll do? What's if Sif has Spiz paralyzed? Pidgey might be too tough for Naran female. Go Clef. Way to take that quick attack. Pound! It was so close. Double slap. Way to hang in. Pound. A wild artist stops us. We made the coast clear, beating that Pidgey. Double kick. Scratch knee. This artist knows absorb. Knee, come to me. Come to me, Knee. Knee, come out. Focus energy. You can do it. And Bugcatcher Elijah is watching. Peck. He's surprised that I still have knee training. He thought that we went to go to Vermillion City to go to the Pokémon Center. But we weren't gone too long. She feels like she's gonna get paralyzed anyway. She sends Biz out to Butterfree. She hurt herself. Sending Spiz paralyzed, but she's gonna have to. Biz is confused and she called Mega Kick. Spiz snapped out of confusion. Oh, Butterfree avoided with aerial supremacy. She tries to use Dig. The bug catcher says it doesn't affect Butterfree, and Butterfree just flies away in the air using aerial supremacy. Finally, an attack lands. He finally lands the Mega Kick. New research is learned about Dig. Now we've seen Dig on Pokemon Gale of Darkness, but this is actual battling. And the situation went way different than Numels. She realizes Water Gun is reliable. She gives a potion to Spiz. And the camper says that was a good idea. Now, as it is, most of the people that are in regular route are our friends that we re-meet and re-battle. Besides the people in the cave, because in Mount Moon we messed up with the cave brigade by letting Team Rocket re-evade every time. We would leave instead of staying with the cave brigade. And this made them feel betrayed. So they spread the word around the region. So there's no cave battles at this time. What a mega kick. Spiz has dug a hole. Unbelievable, Spiz used dig. But that's bad news because we're going to think that dig can still be used once as one turn still with paralyzation. It's a crit. What a water gun. As it turns out, we go heal up. As it is, the urge to battle with someone that you have tangled with before. She receives the Versus Seeker. Alright, as it is, we will be getting into the trade section of Pokemon Another Beginning Awoken. But before we do, we're gonna watch some Gale of Darkness. I want to say thank you for watching and tuning into Adventure. If you want and if you like Adventure and you're trying to watch it from the whole thing, just go to playlist, if you know how to go to playlist on my page, to my specific playlist, and search Pokemon Another Beginning Awoken Adventure. Alright? It should be in the video section.